IVM.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Positively Unlimited podcast. I hope that you've been enjoying this A to Z series of finding your life purpose. Make sure that whenever you listen to an episode, you DM me on Instagram. My handle is Positivity Angel. I love reading your messages and I always respond. Well, today's episode takes a thought that I shared in Monday's episode forward. If you heard that one, and if you haven't yet, well, then once you listen to this one, go back to the IBM website and listen to it. It was the truth about privilege. And in that episode, I talk about running out of time. Well, today's episode is called Unlimited Chances. And I want you to know that nobody is running out of time. Every one of us will live our purpose in this lifetime. Yes, there's a chance that some of us may not even realize that we have lived a purpose, a higher purpose that the universe guided us to. But every single one of us will live it nonetheless. The universe gives us unlimited chances to understand and live our purpose consciously. So when I say you are not going to run out of time, take a deep breath and just let a sense of relief wash over you. A sense of knowing. Let that fill you up. Some of you listening to this episode may be in your 20s, some in their 30s, some in their 40s. Hell, someone might be listening to this when they're in their 60s. And let me tell you this. Every single one of you, the life that you have lived up until now and the life that you will live from here on matters. Like I said earlier, whether you know it or not, you will live your purpose. We all have a role to play. Well, actually, we all have many roles to play. And through each of these, we add meaning to someone else's life, and at the same time, we give meaning to our own existence. As you keep moving through life, as you grow older, the universe will keep presenting opportunities through which you can understand and live your purpose. So for anyone out there who is currently in a job that they hate, or in a relationship that they aren't really happy about, or everything seems great in their life and yet they feel restless and lost because they don't know what's the point of their life, just breathe deep. Who you are right now and the life that you are living right now matters. Accept the importance of your existence, your life, your presence as it is right now first. And when you accept that, you begin to believe in yourself just a little bit. That's when the universe reveals opportunities for you to live a higher purpose, one small step at a time. There is also a chance that many of us will live our life purpose in parts. You'll live a piece of it in your 20s, and then you'll go on with your life, having a whole bunch of different experiences. And then in your 30s, another opportunity will present itself, where you'll possibly go to the next level of this particular life purpose. And this pattern will repeat until one day you will realize in hindsight the kind of impact that you have created and the path that you walked down on without even realizing that you were spreading your light, that you were sharing your magic. We all have this picture in our head of what life will feel like or look like when we figure out our life purpose. For most of us, it's a vague sense because we're trying to fill a certain restlessness within us. And in trying to fill that void or that sense of feeling lost that seems to be engulfing us, we tend to latch on to straws, to anything that may seem like a purpose. Well, today I'm telling you this again. Your purpose will not pass you by. But Your purpose may not look and feel like what you are expecting it to. Trust the universe and believe that unlimited chances and opportunities are available to you to live your truth, to experience your own magic, to recognize your own essence. You are not running out of time. There is no deadline by which you must find your life purpose or live it. If you discover your life purpose in your 40s, know you haven't wasted 40 years of your life. If you discover your life purpose in your 40s, then that is exactly how it was meant to be. Quite a while ago, I recorded an episode for the Positively Unlimited podcast called Divine Timing. I think it's episode 56. You want to go back and listen to that, because once you listen to that, you will understand how the timing of your life rolls out, how it plays out. And you will also understand that no matter what is meant for you shall not pass you by. Yes, when you do see it, you have the free will to decline that opportunity, even though it is meant for you. But what is meant for you will not pass you by. And that rule stands for your life purpose too. However, things to remember. There is no deadline by which you have to live your life purpose. There is no deadline by which the universe is going to reveal your life purpose to you either. You could live your life purpose in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, maybe even just one day before you are to make that journey into the other realm. And also, remember that a lot of us will live our life purpose in parts. We may not live it as a whole linear story. Oh, and yes, one more thing. There are so many of us who are currently living our life purpose and haven't even realized it. So today, as you listen to this episode, I want you to breathe. I want you to breathe and work on understanding yourself and your life better. Because in order to live your life purpose, that's the bare minimum you need to do. That's literally the mandatory clause on it. So instead of worrying about time running out on you, just remember the universe will give you unlimited chances to understand and live your life purpose. On that note, that episode I spoke about called Divine Timing, if you want to listen to it, it's on the IVM Podcast's website and app. All previous episodes are on the website and app. And you can connect with us on Instagram and Twitter. Our handle is IVM Podcast. Also, as I said right at the beginning of this episode, write to me on Instagram. My handle is Positivity Angel. I love hearing from each and every one of you, and I love knowing which tools worked for you the best.
I hope you enjoyed that show. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Would like to thank our sponsors on the network this week. Syed, thank you so much for sticking with us. On the Paisa Vaisa podcast, Anupam was joined by Sujata Alawat, who spoke about women's credit behavior and about improving credit scores for better financial health. Gauri Devi Dayal was joined by Barkha Dutt on This Round is on Me. She shared her thoughts on present-day media and journalism and some of her experiences from the days of her reporting. On The Habit Coach, Ashton talked about how meditation is like getting engrossed and absorbed into an activity where you are free of other thoughts and focus on just one thing. On Agra Station Adulthood, Ritasha and Ayushi were joined by Supriya and Priyanka Joshi for an honest and heartfelt conversation about life as a woman in the 2020s. On the Filter Coffee podcast this week, Karthik invited Bala Srinivas, who has been an active mentor in the startup scene in India, and they discussed its various aspects from funding to government support. Our traveling professor Siddharth talks about this academic document called Statement of Purpose and helps us understand its concept and shares and some tips on how to draft it well. And with that, I hope to see you again next week.
Whether you're an established sports person or a budding one or simply a sports enthusiast, join us, Tanvi and Shlok,
We are two passionate pro badminton players talking policy, mindset, and everything sport.
So tune in to the Millennial Athlete every Monday.
Only on the IVM Podcast Network.
Trust us, it's gonna be lit.